Warning, the following podcast contains explicit potty mouth language. If you don't want to hear words like fuck, shit, or dick, parental advisory is advised. Welcome to Round Robin, a bi-weekly podcast where we give real advice to the weirdest, strangest, and smartest questions only found on the internet. I am your host, as always, Ryan Neitzey. And with us today, we are joined by the three hosts, probably like rotating hosts, there's a bunch of hosts, of Geekkast the Podcast. There's a lot. Of Geekkast the Podcast. You guys talk about all things movies. We have Greg, we have Patrick, and we have Dannerson.
Yeah. Well, I gotta ask.
Yes.
Did you read that off your phone, that little intro?
Yeah.
You don't memorize it by now?
It's almost there. It's getting there. I can feel it in my brain that it's almost there. Like it's like I'm doing something with my hands, but it's like almost. I'm interlacing my fingers, but they're not quite interlaced yet. Like here is like perfect.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like
it's like just the tip is what you're telling me.
I
like
just the tip in there so far, and it's not fully penetrated into my brain, my brain holes. So,
even though you wrote it.
Even though I wrote it.
I'm the same way with scripts, though, so I totally get it.
It's tough. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Good, man.
It's fucking hot.
It is very hot. Like always, like everything in the Stevenson University studio, it's boiling in here.
My sweatpants are like rolled up above my knees.
Yeah.
Why'd you wear sweatpants?
That's another great question. Why do you wear sweatpants?
It's Sunday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the rule. You had to wear sweatpants on
These are
Sunday.
for fancy days, you know.
Yeah.
I like how you wear sweatpants based on the day it is, not like
Well,
if
it's like
cold
the day,
outside.
like what I'm doing. Like this morning, I went out for breakfast. But other than that, from like 11 o'clock to 4 p.m., I was at my apartment, so I'm not wearing jeans.
That's true.
Because like jeans, you're supposed to wash them like maybe every 2 days, but like the less you wear them, the less you have to wash them. So like I'm trying to like be better with that.
Mm-hmm.
I wear them all the time.
I didn't ask that.
Like
though.
one pair of jeans?
Do you see? I didn't ask that though.
Like
Do you
one
see
pair of jeans all the time, or like
I have like 3 or 4 that I recycle through. Yeah.
is it? I don't know what that was. Is it all?
I hit this thing.
Is it all of the same pair of jeans? Like, you found one pair
Well, it's
that
not
you
like
like,
I wear
and
them
just buy 3 of
once
them?
and throw them. I'm not like London Tipton.
I used to have that. I used to have like 2 pairs of the 3 pairs of the same exact jean, and would wear them all the
that's what you're
time.
asking.
Now it's like the same brand, but like different material.
Yeah,
I'm like that too.
It's the
Okay.
same brand, and it's the same like length and style, but they're like ones. I have like 3 blue and like 2 black, so I rotate between 5 pair.
Okay. I don't have like a real thing down for my pants yet because I'm a very tall and skinny boy. So finding pants is impossible for me.
I'm a short, plump boy, so I totally get it.
I get the tall thing.
I'm what am I? I think I'm like a 32, 36.
I
So it's like
I also
nowhere.
got like
32, 34.
I also got like fat thighs too, so like
Yes.
the thighs are really tight, but at the calves it's like I'm wearing bell bottoms.
Preach.
Like it's a
That's
huge
totally
issue.
me too. So yeah, I get the worst bell bottoms. Like the boot cut, I can't even do it
I
anymore.
look like fucking Eric Foreman all the time.
I just feel like I have to be listening to the Bee Gees as I'm walking down the street.
To get jean talk out of the way.
We can keep going on this.
Yeah,
if you
we
want.
can talk about jeans forever.
Yeah.
I think we should probably get started and start answering some smartest questions. As always, we get questions from Reddit, Yahoo, or questions that you can send into roundrobinpod@gmail.com. Let's start off first with Greggy old boy over here. Greg, would you like a question from Reddit, Yahoo, or Gmail?
I'm gonna go Yahoo Answers.
Ooh, Yahoo Answers. Bold choice. 1, 2, or 3?
I'm gonna go 2.
2?
Yeah.
Perfect. Can I get a name for this person?
Muhammad.
Ooh.
Most common name.
Let's cover the bases.
Muhammad writes, probably appropriate to the question a
Oh
little
no
bit.
way.
Muhammad writes, I made Jesus-shaped pancakes, but I burnt them. Am I going to hell? Greg, is Muhammad going to hell for burning Jesus-shaped pancakes?
If Muhammad's birth name is Muhammad,
Yeah.
for making Jesus pancakes themselves,
Yeah.
or whatever the Buddhist or Muslim version of hell is. Is it hell? Is there hell in Muslim religion?
I don't think they called hell.
Whatever the bad place is, the place where there's not 72 versions in olive
It's
oil.
actually called the bad place, I'm pretty sure.
They have to give 72 virgins in hell.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Where am I going to get all these virgins?
Yeah.
No, they have to have sex with 72 fat versions.
Oh,
what it
interesting.
is.
What if they're not virgins? They're just like super slutty
Well,
and fat. Like, so it's a completely opposite of like the 72 virgins that are nice. You get one sloppy fat slut.
Greg's really thinking on this
I
one.
know, it's really important. But
It's a
either way,
stinker.
burning them,
Like
I'm gonna-
crispy,
I'm
like you
gonna-
can't eat them.
I'm gonna
they're
say
burnt.
no.
No?
He's not gonna go to hell
Who
because
makes Jesus
there have been a lot worse things that have happened to Jesus than burning.
Like that whole
Then make
cross
it-
thing.
than burning his pants. Yeah, like the whole cross thing that happened.
The
You know,
cross thing wasn't that great.
some odd thousand years ago, and
That wasn't a great time for him.
no, and then
I don't think it's a good time for
and then
anybody.
like he came back. But like he also wasn't back. He was kind of in like this purgatory state because he was just kind of like traveling the world, like waiting for like closure because he had no idea what happened.
So he's saying, what about this? What if they burnt Jesus-shaped pancakes? Instead of going to hell, they go to purgatory. They're like in a weird little state where it's like,
I think-
Forever? For one thing?
No, not forever, because Jesus eventually,
he'll forgive.
He was gone. Like
Now-
he rose on the third day, came back for a little bit, had a
would
nice
the
vacation,
pancake
and then
dough
came back.
rise again? After the third day, would that pancake dough rise?
You know what? If it was an organic company, I think it would. I think
I'm
it
going to
would.
say the opposite. I don't think an organic company would.
I like to imagine Jesus doing like a Top Chef style show where he has to compete and make sure that he doesn't burn Jesus-shaped pancakes
No,
again
but like
while they're in
the whole
purgatory.
thing with like the Jesus cooking show is that it's just going to be about bread and wine. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, so we get this loaf of
he's
bread.
dealt with- he's got
Oh, my arm. Anyway, you know,
he dealt with fish. He did.
Oh, he did
He's got
fish.
the Jesus
He did
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
He did fish.
The Christian fish. He made a bunch of fish and split it with a.
How great
thousands
is
of
that though?
people.
Like imagine like Jesus has like a one night stand, and then for breakfast
as he does,
he just.
since he's Jesus.
But
as
for
he does.
Jesus, he just makes toast. But by making toast, he just like chops off some of his like flesh. You know.
Hey, why not?
So why is he staying around for breakfast for a one-night stand?
What do you think?
Because Jesus is a respectful human
decent
being.
guy.
He's a decent guy. He wouldn't just like have sex with a girl, Mary Magdalene, and not like make her breakfast the next morning. He would make her breakfast the morning, and then put her ass on an ass,
Wait.
and then get out of there.
Did Jesus and Mary they had a kid, I'm assuming,
Oh,
right?
that's how I'm related to Jesus.
Well, don't
Oh,
get into
really?
that.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
related
let
to
him get into
Jesus.
Anyways,
Did
Hey,
they?
the Da Vinci Code, man.
I know. Okay, it's not Jesus Jr., right? There's their
no,
child.
I think Jesus is more creative than getting a junior name.
Yeah, there's no. It was
I
Jesus.
hope so.
No, like
Yeah,
it was
I think
Jesus.
some
Jesus
guy
is.
did a better
He
name.
had like 100 names. I'm pretty sure he can think
wouldn't
of
it
one.
would be JCJ. Would it be his
JCJ?
initials?
I mean, if we're
Jesus
calling
Christ
if we're
Jr.
calling it Jesus' son with Mary Magdalene Jesus Jr. just for the sake of calling him Jesus Jr., then yes.
Yeah.
But do you think he actually named him Jesus Jr.?
No, absolutely not. He's not that conceited.
I don't think he has time. I think he's too busy.
I think he was
Hanging around?
I think he
Yeah.
was really concerned that his son couldn't live up to the potential that he brought, so he didn't want to put that on his shoulders. You know what I mean?
I like to imagine that Jesus being born and everything was kind of like a Bruce Almighty scenario where God was taking vacation, so he's just like, I'm gonna have a kid, and then have the kid deal with it for a little bit.
That's interesting.
So like,
For his whole adult life.
yeah, the kid's like
But
Jesus
no-
just carpeting
or-
one day, or
or-
carpentry, doing carpentry one day, and just like God comes down, it's like, yo, Jesus, you're dealing with this shit now. He's like, oh, dang it, Jesus.
What I think actually what happened is that Jesus was a spoiled teenager who just really didn't understand society and took everything for granted. But God sent him down to earth, having him be reborn again in order to go through life, showing Jesus how hard life actually is and appreciating what he had.
Now, was like Jesus like a little kid, just like running around, like curing blindness, or wasn't not until he was an adult that
He
he
was an
It wa-
adult. He was doing.
I think it was after the age of like 16 or 18 is when
What
he
was he
started
doing
all
the
this
first
stuff.
18 years of his life?
He was
Carpeting?
carpeting with Joseph. Yeah.
yeah, just
Laying carpet.
Imagine if you got like an original Jesus Christ like table chair.
Oh my God.
Like a nice little like.
An original
Oh my god!
You see the
Like,
JC mark on this thing?
I don't want the crucifix. I want an original Jesus.
take that to Pawn Stars. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would,
That's money for
They'd
it,
probably be
though.
like,
Yeah,
"We'll give you
$100.
$100.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to flip it, man."
Well, it's supposed to be $1 million. $100 is really what's.
I'm pretty sure this is like priceless.
this is an original. This is an original JC. And then the guy burns that and goes to hell. Patrick, what do you think? Going to hell? Jesus-shaped pancakes?
Oh, we're still on this. Okay.
Yeah, we got to get back to the question
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we digress.
The important question of going to hell if you burn Jesus-shaped pancakes. First off, I want to ask you the question. How do you make Jesus-shaped pancakes? Simply just that.
I think if it's gonna be a Jesus, that's just like kind of a lucky thing to happen. That's like a divine occurrence. Like
It's like
you
when you
try so hard to almost like using like a blowtorch to like articulately sculpt a Jesus on a
yeah.
pancake, but if it's Jesus, it just has to happen. If it happens, then I think you're touched.
Like
by
when
it.
they have those things of like, hey, I got a Frito and it looks like Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I got
It's
a
only
pancake.
once in a lifetime kind of experience.
I like the fact that like it happens. It's a miracle, one of those once in a lifetime sort of things, and then he burns it on accident. Like he's too busy taking a picture of it. Yeah. And then burns like, oh God, oh I'm sorry God, oh no,
oh shit, oh fuck, I'll be dead. Sorry.
Now, does it burn on one side or the whole thing burn? Because we would have to flip that thing over to have it burn on both sides.
I feel like he's definitely going to hell if he flipped it. If like he burned to one side and then he flipped it, he's like,
was
oh
your intention,
dang it.
and then you should go to hell.
But did he flip it upside down?
Jelly side down.
Because it could have been the devil.
On the other side is a 666. He's like, oh no.
That's when he burned
Flip
into it.
upside down. Yeah, it's like
clockwise.
He was like, how did that happen? Dan, any thoughts about this one?
About the
I like how you brought the microphone.
Yeah.
Patrick and Dan are sharing a microphone. I like how you brought the microphone over to you
like,
specifically.
listen, I'm gonna spit some rhymes for it now.
Don't.
Don't spit in the mic.
I just like microphones in front of me. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky question. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Go
ahead.
What food-related activity can definitely send you to hell? If Jesus-shaped pancakes and burning them doesn't send you to hell, what food-related activity would do that?
I think if you take the Eucharist cup at church and put some milk in it and make some Christ checks,
Ooh.
that might put you in hell.
Maybe.
anchovies are involved. I think that might do that
Anchovies.
Anchovies?
Why anchovies?
because anchovies are disgusting.
Somebody must like them. They make them.
Not because anything to do with like Jesus or
They're
anything.
just
I don't know,
fucking
they're just gross.
That alone should send you to hell. I think.
Jesus is just like, I don't like anchovies.
I'm gonna say
You're going to
something
hell.
with hot sauce.
Hot.
It has something with hot sauce in it.
bold.
Like what they call like the devil's spit. I think they have that at the Great Famous Dave's. If you put that in some kind of food with the intention of like hurting somebody, I think that's how you. That
That's
would
fair.
happen.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So not necessarily going to hell. Possibly purgatory.
Oh no, you're definitely going to hell if you're like trying to burn somebody's asshole. You know, like because it burns going down and it burns coming out. I can attest to that.
That's the end result to burn someone's asshole.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Then you're like going to hell.
That's horrendous.
Hell in a handbasket, as they say.
Do they say that?
They. Yeah.
I think so.
They do.
They do.
They
Yeah,
do.
they
We
do.
don't. They
No,
do.
just they.
They're kind
Awesome.
of fucking assholes, though. You know what I mean?
They kind of are.
I hate they.
Anyways, Patrick, I think we just go on to the next question.
Yes, it is.
Reddit, Yahoo, or Gmail?
Let's try Reddit.
Ooh, Reddit. 1, 2, or Trace?
Let's do one.
1? Okay, let's see what it is.
What's the person's name?
Oh yeah, what is the name? Can I get a name, Patrick?
Let's do Toby.
Toby? What's the last name? What's Toby's last name?
Toby has to have a last name.
Toby has to have a
Surname.
last name.
Don't say McGuire.
Toby Teeth.
Toby, if you say Toby McGuire, then-
Schillenrod.
Wow. Amazing.
Hey,
I'll stick with you.
I mean, you know what people's like last names or like what they used to like their professions were, so that his ancestors used to shill rods.
Yeah, I mean, what else would they do?
Yeah. I mean, I used to St. Clair's. He used to Whitehead's. He used to Howard's.
How do you?
Toby could transition to porn very easily without.
He very can.
There was a job title that had to do with Whiteheads. It had to do with clergy cloaks that they wore that were white. They were the people that like made those.
I'm scared.
Yeah, what's a Neitzey?
I don't want to go down that path. What that could
If
be.
it was
Like
a different
some
spelling, it could
supernatural,
be
like,
something like a
monster.
knight, like a legitimate knight, but it's not the same spelling.
No,
But it's like
Neitzey.
you're not Jewish, are you?
No,
It's kind of like Neitzey. Sounds kind
So
of
it is
Jewy.
Neitzey. It's not Neitzey.
it's Neitzey. Yeah.
Neitzey.
I'll make sure to say that later.
My joke for a long time until we found out what percentage I am German was that I'm German and the last name's Neitzey, and it's very close to a political party in the 1940s.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
But we found out my dad took one of those 23andMe DNA test sort of things, and we found out that we're not. We thought we were like I thought I was like half German, half Polish. Turns out that on my dad's side, 4% German, so that makes me 2% German. So my whole life is a lie, and I had a very tiny
What are you
existential
mostly
crisis. Mostly Polish, because my mom did it as well, and hers was like 99% Polish.
Okay.
And then for my dad's side, it was mostly like Ireland, England.
And how do they test that? Like through your blood?
Yeah, I think you do cotton swab sort of stuff on your mouth.
You
I think
take
that's what
like
we
a
did.
swab of like your saliva, like your cheek, and everything you put in like a plastic baggie and you send it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually.
Did
I
it
wish I
cost
did.
a lot?
I don't think so.
That's how I found out I was related to Jesus.
Anyways,
Just let
so
that go. Don't even.
what was it? It was Toby Schillenrock.
Schillenrod.
Schillenrod. My mistake, sir. Toby Schillenrod asks, so hard. Did Captain Jack Sparrow ever pirate anything? So far, he only tried to get his stuff back. Very, very appropriate. This is a movie type question. You guys are part of Geekkast, a movie podcast.
Yeah.
So, did Captain Jack Sparrow ever try to pirate anything?
I'm gonna say this is all Patrick though. He's a.
Oh yeah, Patrick, you guys lead this off
Oh,
immediately. The huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan that you are of the ride, not the movies.
the ride.
Just the ride.
Ride
Just the ride.
and at least the first two. I would say, yeah, definitely he pirated something.
Can you think of time? I can't think of. I can just think of him just trying to get his boat back,
Pirating.
Yeah.
stealing something that doesn't belong to.
And are we going by like?
Ship, the Black Pearl.
Yeah, are we going by like 17th century things or like?
What do you mean?
I mean,
It's not pirating DVDs.
I was gonna go with that though.
That was my answer. How dare you?
Look at the booty of the Matrix series.
Barbosa just has like a giant pile of Blu-rays.
From a Blockbuster that they robbed.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
I think he definitely pirated some bakeries. I think I like to think
Bakeries?
I like to think Captain Jack Sparrow. You have to say Captain.
You have to.
Was like a very cupcake fanatic. It was very it was a very odd answer. I know.
No odd answers here.
And so yeah, he would go to every bakery
get
across the
baked.
7 seas and get baked while he ate the bakery.
Wow.
Eat the store, the bakery store.
The bakes and
The baked goods.
the coops are made of
Quit being a dick. Quit being a
cocktail.
dick. Quit being a dick.
This is my thing. That's my shtick.
Stop questioning my stupid answer, okay?
Dan, what do you think?
Oh, I'm next. Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did he ever
I was
pirate?
expecting Greg to go next.
No,
But
no,
that's okay.
no.
What would he pirate? Women. The pootie tang.
How do you pirate a living creature?
Well, you steal women.
Slavery.
You steal them without their consent.
That was creepy. That was creepy loud in my ears. I
That's
hated it.
pirating, don't you think? Slavery.
I guess in a way.
Well, in the process of how the colonies in Europe
Well,
acquired
going off his definition, it was
slaves,
to steal something. They stole human beings from Africa.
they didn't actually steal them. In like the African tribes.
This is the
About to take a
Greg
stroll
St. Clair defense corner for slavery. Go on.
No. It's not a defense of slavery. Slavery is a horrible thing. But in the stories of like in African tribes, even in Africa, the darker your skin was, the like lesser off they saw you as
Correct,
a
yes.
species. So when like the Europe and the colonies like went to South Africa or any parts of Africa to like look for slaves, these tribes would like take the dark ones. So sometimes it was capture. There were captures, but also sometimes it were like
So then
take these bad people too.
I'm talking specifically for those that are captured,
Okay.
that are kidnapped and
Okay.
stolen.
I'm just making sure that the story is 100% set.
I got you. I would say he pirated people. Although I've heard a theory that Captain Jack was there's a scene, I think it's in the second one, where it was something about he was trying to steal a ship full of slaves. Actually, so it'll go against what my answer. And the East India Trading Company was like, "That was our ship." He goes, "They were, or like that was our cargo, whatever." He goes, "They're people, mate," kind of thing. So he was actually sounded like he was against slavery. So I'm gonna refund my answer.
Okay.
Redact that,
Bold
yeah.
move. It's
And
already been recorded. I can't edit it.
You can edit it out, but you don't have to. It's okay. You don't.
Fuck
have
you.
to. I will say, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think he stole the Black Pearl.
But he owned the Black Pearl.
So he says. We don't ever actually see a deed of ownership, right? So I'm going to say the Black Pearl.
Bold answer. Greg, do you have something better than baked goods or the Black Pearl, which possibly he owned?
I think he pirates stolen things. Mm-hmm. And hear me out here.
That's the idea of a pirate.
No, but like
That's the basics of the definition.
As aloof as the character Captain Jack Sparrow is, like the actor who plays him, Johnny Depp, he's a very broad thinker,
Yes.
very fairly level-headed human being.
Great casting.
On good days.
Yeah, because he's so level-headed and he's very like free-spirited and like very like do what you want, treat the people well. People like Davy jones and whatever the evil guy from the first movie is.
Captain Barbosa.
Barbosa. he's kind of a pirate superhero. He's
Bold answer.
He's kind of about justice and kind of like righting wrongs and making sure like people. I mean, obviously, like you're in the world of pirates where like not a lot of rules apply, like such as like blowing a cannon in somebody's chest. But at the same time, I think he's just trying to right wrongs. I think he's a stand-up human being who's just trying to make the world a better place.
Reflecting on it, I'm trying to think of like the plots for the movies. The first one is the whole thing of him trying to get his ship back.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The Black Pearl.
Yes.
Correct.
Second one is a little bit of Davy Jones, I think.
It's like an introduction and like a big build-up, and it kind of ends with the climax.
It's kind of like Jack is like owning up to his sins in the past.
Yeah.
Because Davy Jones was his past, and he's kind of like, now
Yeah.
face
and then
it.
he gets eaten by.
So he's not really stealing anything there.
No, it's just kind of facing his own demons.
And I think the third one, World's End, I think it was called.
him like reconfronting his demons.
Yes, and I think the
Trying to
only
be a better
thing,
leader.
the only thing I think he actually steals, is, if I remember correctly, is Davy Jones' heart.
Oh, I thought of something he steals.
What do you steal?
Okay. This is a deep cut here.
Deep
In
cut.
the first movie, when they always use that meme of him like surviving college where that boat is going
Yes.
down or whatever,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
barely makes it on. When he signs on, he's like, "How about you put Smith, mate?" Right? And the guy like writes the name in the book. He leans behind him and he grabs out the little change purse out of the guy's thing. He stole the change
a
purse.
couple of coins. What a pirate!
That's a pirate.
What a pirate!
Is Will Turner more of a pirate than him though?
I mean,
Will
not
Tur-
at the start, but
No,
Now he is. He's Davy
Will
Jones.
Turner's kind of an Avenger. in a
spoilers.
sense.
Spoiler.
He's kind of an Avenger in a sense. He's trying to avenge, his dad and trying to figure out what's going on.
I
Is
like
that Bill?
I like how Greg's making the argument for the Avengers, Pirates of the Caribbean crossover
wants the
universe.
crossover.
I do want the crossover. I want it so bad. Like, you tell me you can't see Tony Stark tricking out a pirate ship. Tell me you can't see it.
It just flies now out of like those hands.
yeah, unless
Yep.
there's like time travel involved.
The only place that would ever happen was probably
Dude, that's how they introduced Neymar.
I would just rather see them introduce him.
Because they're in the fucking ocean, Patrick.
I mean,
Doesn't have to
Disney
be
does
pirates, you
own
just go to
both.
the ocean.
Why did they not do that with Black Panther though?
because I don't know why is Black Panther in the ocean?
It's like, well, first of all, Wakanda is next to the ocean. Second of all, they're the two
Is it
main
next to the ocean?
rivals. It's
I thought
close.
Wakanda was
It's
built
close.
into Africa.
Oh well, like, but either way, Namor and Black Panther are like very hard-heated rivals.
Oh, rivals.
They're rivals.
I don't know much about Neymar. I just know he was like
He's
kind of
weird.
their Aquaman.
He's like a anti-hero villain, sort of like tweener
And he's
sort
got
of thing.
the little wings on his feet or whatever those are.
Yeah. They're like
Swimming.
Hermes wings. Awesome. I think. Did we answer the question? Is he a pirate? Yeah. There's a couple instances where
say
he's a
yes.
pirate.
He's a pirate.
Um,
He steals shit. He shoots shit. He shoots shit.
does he
fucks
shoot
shit.
stuff?
Yeah.
He always tempts people with that gun. He's like a big tease.
He
with
did
his
shoot
gun.
Barbossa at the very end.
He shoots,
yeah.
steals, and fucks. Like good pirates do.
Yeah, or
That's
at least
true.
leads on that way.
That's true. Are you?
If not, he's a good player.
Are you guys excited for the next movie?
Yeah,
The trailers look amazing.
it looks interesting.
They look. It's you know what? They kind of remind me of the Cars 3 trailer, where they're like kind of taking a different stance of what they've done in the past. Like, yes, the Pirates movies have been like kind of intense, but this one looks like
A
Although-
lot more intense.
could be R.
I wasn't too satisfied.
Logan comes out with the.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think that the Johnny Cash song fit.
No.
the last trailer.
I was like,
that
when I
weird.
saw
think
that-
they were just trying to do a Logan thing.
When we were watching that for the Super Bowl, because that's when the trailer premiered, me and my friends like looked at each other and was like, it just seems like they watched the Logan trailer and they're like,
that's
oh
what I
look,
was
Johnny
thinking.
Cash, let's put that guy in
Yeah,
here.
that
Yep.
worked.
Yeah, that worked for them. I was like, that's loose.
That's how I felt.
That's not
But
great.
it does look cool. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. I feel like we should take a break because it's getting hot in here, let's just take a break. Watch all 4 of the Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Maybe watch a little bit. What was that movie? Transcendence. I don't know what that movie's
the
called.
bomb.
Yeah. No one watched it, so I feel like we were the only people that watched it. Let's go take a break. Bye. Welcome back from the break. Dan is bored apparently because he's going to yawn. I hate to call you out, Dan, but you seem.
Ugh.
Oh, he's yawning into the microphone. Even worse.
You dick.
Jesus.
It's just warm in here. It makes you sleepy.
That's true. It is very warm in here. Dan, I kind of just want to go straight into it.
Okay.
Just go straight into it. What do you want to do? Reddit, Yahoo, or Gmail?
What's the one we haven't done? Gmail? Gmail.
You can do Gmail, but you can do whatever your little heart desires.
There's nothing more than
you want.
There's nothing more that I want, Ryan.
Yes.
Than to do Gmail.
Than to do Gmails.
Yes, I have great success with Gmail.
Awesome.
It's gonna be huge. It's great.
1, 2, or 3?
Which one are we having? 3? 3.
3?
Please.
Okay, cool. Can I get a name for
Donald
this person?
Trump.
Appropriate for what just happened. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump,
yes.
Donald J. Drumpf, little hand boy,
yes.
writes, if people had backward knees, what would chairs look like?
Mm-hmm.
Totally what Donald Trump would say.
That's exactly what he would say. He would say how they would be too small.
Would the chairs change, or just how the person sits on that particular chair?
That's the question.
Change?
Would chairs change?
I have to visualize
what would they look
it.
like?
I'm a visual
if
person.
your legs had backwards knees.
So
your leg bends.
If I'm getting this right, my knees, what are these called? Kneecaps, are on the back. My feet are now backwards too.
I mean, we can make that happen right now if you really wanted to.
No,
no, just your kneecaps. If you had backward
just
knees,
the kneecaps. My feet are still
forward.
Like you have the hind legs of a dog or like a velociraptor.
Okay, now I understand.
So it look like this.
Yeah.
Yes. I get it now.
What
I don't
would
think it's
chairs
going
look
to change.
like?
You know why?
Why?
Because
tell me. Explain to me.
I'm going to tell you. So because your ass doesn't change, right? Your ass doesn't change.
Yeah.
Just the way your legs are going
Okay.
change. So if we're talking like stools or something instead of a regular chair, I don't think it changes. Your legs would just dangle like they normally would if you're small like me.
Okay.
Small. Yeah, I don't think it's going to change.
They would stick up a bit though. Instead of going that way, they would just stick up like that.
Yeah,
they would look weird,
but I don't think the chair design would change.
Not too much, but just I think you would. I think somebody walking would notice their legs aren't really going the right way.
I mean,
like,
you would be able to be like,
illusion?
If you were itchy, you could scratch with your foot since it bends up that way.
That'd be helpful.
Would it be helpful? I wouldn't want to do it though either. I don't like feet.
You might be able to suck your own penis.
I was just gonna offer that as a question. Would you if you could?
As with backwards knees, or hold on. First, let's get to the backwards knee.
Okay.
Oh no,
Would that make you gay?
It's your.
There's so many questions happening right now.
So
Okay,
many.
first, backwards knees. Greg, would you could suck your own penis with backwards knees? Is that what you're suggesting?
Or do you want to answer the
I
chair
think
question?
that you could, in fact, suck your own penis with backwards knees.
But it's
Why
the
would that
the
change?
thing that stops you is
It's
the
your
ribs.
ribs. The rib cage. That's why Marilyn Manson supposedly got them removed so he could suck his own dick.
I don't know. I'm just I just envision myself as a velociraptor sucking my own dick. Like
As a velociraptor, I don't think you could.
You have weird dreams. I hate to say it, Greg. You have really weird
happened,
dreams.
I read his
last
dream
Tuesday.
journal. They are weird.
Very, very graphic. Then second question, if you could, would you?
Yes.
Immediately.
I'm asking.
You've thought about this before.
I'm affirming that is
you're
the
saying
question.
that's the question.
Yes.
Would I do it?
Yeah, Ryan, as the host, you got to answer first.
No, I would not do it because if you listen to a later episode, we talk about at length about dicks, about a couple inches at length. Classic dick joke. We talked about it, and I don't. The question I believe it was episode 2. That's not a watch. That's a Fitbit. I believe it was episode 2 where.
What would you even need to watch to tell you what episode it was?
I don't know either.
It's a second nature thing.
I believe it was episode 2 of Zach and Brooks, where the question was, "Are dicks attractive?"
The girls'
no.
Yeah, I was like, no, not really.
No.
That's the thing. I'm not.
buttholes. They're not attractive.
But-
Dicks are gross. Like I don't want to. Even if it was my own, I don't want to.
The League did an episode where I can't think of the main character's name, but he's like, I have a pretty cock. Like I have a pretty cock. So I mean, maybe there are pretty cocks out there.
What does it take to have a pretty cock?
My cock is not pretty. I can tell you that.
Is it like well kept? Is that kind of what it means?
I don't
Like you
know.
powder it or something?
Powder.
Mine looks like it should be in a home,
Oof.
Like sweaty and stuff.
like an abusive home.
Looks like Cricket from Sunny.
Yeah, kind
Well,
of.
which season of cricket?
Which cricket?
Oh, I guess the current
Like
one.
priest cricket or like
It's half burned.
or
I'm
half-burned
probably cricket
Yeah,
right
force
before his face gets burnt.
right before it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so like after the dog vagina?
Well, actually, maybe not, because
That was a solid cricket impression.
Because that could be in my scrotum. So I don't know.
You want to hear about the dog orgy or the what was the other option? He's like, oh yeah, dog orgy. Okay.
It's just nothing but dog orgies with cricket.
Yeah,
but no,
well, 'cause his neck looks like a vagina.
penises are disgusting, and I would not suck my own dick given the opportunity.
But would that still make you gay, or
If you did, or if you didn't do it.
if you did do it?
Nothing's more manly
well,
than getting sucked.
But are you
Well,
gay
well,
for
dick?
jerking yourself off?
Well, here's the thing though. Like, you identify as gay, and because of that, there are certain acts that like gay people do, but certain acts aren't gay. I think,
Okay, explain.
Like-
there's a lot to unpack here.
Okay, like
So if you're jerking off or you're sucking on a dick, you're not really imagining yourself or another guy doing it. If you're straight, you're imagining a girl is doing that.
what?
is doing
I would
it.
imagine.
That, or
I would
you're just
imagine.
watching something and you're like, "Oh, this turns me on," and you're stroking to match,
Just to release
to,
that, yeah.
to match the orgasmic feel that you get.
or like if you suck dick for crack, like you're not gay. You
Like
just
Bob
want,
Saget.
You just want some crack.
Or cricket.
Or cricket.
Yeah.
It's a growing economy. You guys do what you gotta do.
No, but like
We're
Thanks,
bringing
Tom.
economic
I think
reasons why you should suck your own dick.
I think it's just
Good reasons.
I think it's just a solid arrow that like gay people who identify as gay do acts, and therefore society labels them as like gay acts, but they're not gay acts.
Yeah, just like so, masturbation is not considered gay. It's just self-pleasurement, and obviously some people find a problem with even just that.
Yeah.
So I would say if you had the opportunity to suck your own dick and you so chose to, it is not gay.
Okay. I feel like
for me, it's a no as well.
so.
Just to make that clear.
So backwards knees.
Right. Oh yeah.
No.
Why did my question go to dicks? How did that?
I think it
I'd be
fits.
surprised if it didn't go to dicks.
Yeah.
honestly.
I would be surprised if his question didn't.
That
go
would
to
be
dicks.
like very concerning, actually.
and it didn't.
No, it just went to like Jesus being a pimp, kind of in a way, having one night stands.
Yeah, I guess we made it inappropriate either way.
No, I like it. I liked it. It definitely went a place that I never expected would go, but
Is
we
it
went
worth
there.
having us back?
We'll figure that out at a
couple
later
minutes. As you look
time.
at your Fitbit.
As I look at my
Use
Fitbit
that
again.
again.
I do that constantly now. Where it used to be a bit that I would do that, a Fitbit. But
like a Chevy Chase bit there.
yeah, but now it's literally just like I'll look at it and be like,
I look at my
that's not a
wrist all the
watch.
time, too, so.
It's like oh, like 2 hours ago. That's not a watch.
My drumline instructor in high school, we asked him like what time it was. He'd be like, and then it would pull out his phone from his pocket and like put it right here.
Put it like right underneath his bare arm.
It's like, oh, it's 6:40.
I always make the joke from SpongeBob. I was like, oh, I gotta draw a new battery.
I've never heard you once say that,
Not to you, but I've said it to other people.
but he always makes the joke.
Yeah,
Always.
always.
When
Almost.
was the last time you asked me what time it was?
Hey Dan, what time is it?
The other day, definitely
Well,
the
it's
other
too late now. I'm not
day,
gonna do it now.
definitely the other day. Definitely the last 3 days I've asked you what time
But
it was.
I definitely have checked my wrist before with nothing on it and be like, oh damn it.
I think I asked you twice during the shoot last night. Maybe. I think so. But you haven't done it.
What am I, your timekeeper?
No.
You should have a timekeeper on just set, just like
Why?
just to hire one person to keep time, like
I mean,
like a
I
referee
checked on
timekeeper sort of
time. I
thing.
had to tell him like, listen, we're coming up on time.
Yeah, so you are the timekeeper.
I wanna
I'm
be
the master
keeper
of time.
I don't want to be the timekeeper.
You just gotta be, once you
Okay,
become
where's the
the
difference in that? Please explain.
once you become the space
timekeeper-
keeper, that's when it gets really cool.
A timekeeper sounds like someone out of Blade Runner. Right?
Okay.
It's kind of futuristic.
That's
like
kinda cool.
The timekeeper. But the keeper of time kind of sounds more like wise and more like a wizard.
like Game of Thrones.
Yes,
like
I am the keeper of time.
it's like
Versus
cool.
like, you're a
and I-
timekeeper.
It's kind of like Idris Elba's character in Thor, who like keeps like the transportation. He's kind of like
That's
the
right,
guard of
Heimdall.
that. Yep. It's kind of like that is.
I would want to be a Hemdell in that situation.
but would as Heimdall,
Is it?
It's Heimdall.
I have no fucking
I'm-
clue.
would you want to suck your own dick?
Oh, we're coming back to this?
Yeah.
Is it a magical dick?
I mean, he is a god.
It's a
Like an
magical
other realm kind
Leopterodon.
of dick sucking we're going on.
But if you're already a god and then you suck your god dick,
your dick god.
what does that solve?
Self.
Other than pleasurement.
I don't know.
Now, if I
don't
needed
know.
it to
You've
survive, of
stumped
course I
me.
would say yes. Like if you had to suck it.
if you had to suck
survive,
your
like a-
dick to survive,
Like you cum water in like a roast beef sandwich. Like obviously you would need it to survive.
Correct.
What was that phrase?
If you would cum water in a roast beef sandwich
Like you do.
Like as just casually.
Like you casually do, yeah.
to survive, that's what you do.
What else would you do? Anyways, backwards knees, chairs wouldn't change. Anyways, next question. Since we do have 3 guests on, Greg, Patrick, and Danny, let's just, and I kind of have like a 3-way system. in terms of choosing questions.
That sounds so hot.
It's going to get, just like the studio, it's about to get even hotter in here. I'll have you guys pick each thing. So we'll go straight down the line. Did you give a name for the last question, Dan?
Huh?
Did you give a name?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. I totally forgot. Then let's go in reverse order.
I go again?
Yeah, you're going to go again. What question? Where do you want the question from? Reddit, Yahoo, or Gmail?
Reddit, please.
Gmail. Oh, sorry. I said Reddit, you said, right?
I already made up my mind with Reddit, yeah.
Awesome. Patrick, 2 or 3?
2.
2?
You like mark them off so you know not to do them again?
Yep. And Greg, can I get a name?
Mike Pence.
Okay, stick it with the theme. I hope it's a really conservative question.
I hope it's a question about homosexuals.
Yes.
Not about that. It is presidential in the question.
Okay.
And I guess I would have to change it.
Vice president?
I would have to update the question with our new president, vice president. Mike Pence writes, if Donald Trump and Mike Pence got in a knife fight in front of the Secret Service and they were both in immediate fatal danger, would the Secret Service have to kill Pence to save Donald Trump? It's a thinker. Greg.
See, the Secret Service portion is interesting because, like President Obama, nobody assassinated him because they were so terrified that Joe Biden was going to become president. And I feel like nobody assassinated Donald Trump because a lot of people were terrified of Mike Pence becoming president.
Yes.
So I think the Secret Service is also conscientious of that, so I'm going to say they kill Mike Pence.
Okay. So yes. So they're going to kill the VP over the prez.
Yes, they will.
More easily replaceable.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. Who would be after VP?
It's Speaker of the House, which is Paul Ryan.
I'll take Paul Ryan over the 3. I'll take Paul Ryan.
And then I would kill Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump and Pence.
And then get him in a knife fight again between those
By the way,
two.
I would not actually kill Donald Trump. It is not an imminent threat, and I'm not going to do it.
Clear and present danger.
Thank you, Sig.
What do you guys think? What would the Secret Service have to do? Get the prez? Get the VP?
It's an interesting
because their job is to
situation.
Save both of them.
Two different factions though of Secret Service. One, they're focused on the vice president. The ones that are focused
There's so many factions.
It could be like a House of Cards type thing where Mike Pence got the Secret Service against Donald Trump though.
Well, I believe there's an all-encompassing Secret Service, and some follow VP, some follow president, and I think currently
ex-presidents too,
and ex-presidents as well. I think currently, I'm not positive on this. Donald Trump has his own, he doesn't use Secret Service. He has his own set of bodyguards.
I doubt they'd let that happen.
But yeah, but he's also not using he's using an unprotected phone. So I
thought I heard that they forced him to use a phone that they gave him.
I'm sure he just uses Twitter through his computer. To be honest with you,
I can't imagine Donald Trump using a computer.
He doesn't have one in his desk.
I can't imagine him using a computer. I think the computers are too big for his hands.
Then again, the Oval Office isn't really.
He uses a leapfrog keyboard
that tells him what key it is. Very good, Donald. What was I going to say? Oh, I think it's a tricky situation that we're in because obviously Donald Trump isn't the most well-liked president, nor Mike Pence as vice president.
No.
So it makes me wonder if
they might kill both and make Paul Ryan the president.
If
the Secret Service
really just doesn't like Trump and they're just doing their job, if they're just like,
just let it happen.
Maybe we didn't see anything, and then they both stab each other to death, and then you're like, all right, Paul, you're up.
There are a couple of hookers distracting them in the back.
What if they let the two kill each other and then they kill themselves? So almost like everyone died.
Why would they kill themselves?
Just so they don't get in trouble.
Like a sacrifice.
They don't like a sacrifice. Like they don't get in trouble because they're dead.
A sacrifice.
Like they
the greater good.
What if it came down to those factions of the VP Secret Service and the presidential Secret Service had to start fighting?
How I think the Secret Service
to defend
is I think it's just one big police force. Think of it like the FBI or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they're just like, okay, you 10 are assigned to Mike Pence. You 10 are assigned to President Donald Trump. You guys are assigned to, because what's the other's name? Melania. And Barron Trump.
Yeah.
They still live in New York. So they get protection from the Secret Service. Barack Obama gets protection from the Secret Service for life. Like all those living and their families. So it's a big group of people.
Yep.
A kid you used to go here, Ethan, is part of does work with the Secret Service.
Does he really now?
Yeah, in Arizona. So
wow.
I don't know anybody politically that does.
What president? Who would be in? I imagine like old VPs as well have Secret Service.
I think anybody in like high up politics.
Anybody who's like been in the cabinet.
Yeah, they'll get Secret
cabinet
Service for life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I guess like maybe not like 5 Secret Service people, but imagine like Betsy DeVos has like 1 person following her.
I bet she has 1 or 2. It also depends like where like if she's traveling, she probably has a whole team.
Yeah.
But she can't count how
They
many.
probably have
there.
more than on standby and stuff like that.
Maybe they probably have like a shit ton of people. I wonder how many people are.
I'm
actually
saying
part
there's a bunch of vets. I'm sure would kill for a job. Being
That's what
Secret
they
Service.
should use the vets for.
That's not too bad.
I mean, they'd have to do a little bit of screening,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for like mental.
and make sure they're not like against the president. I almost said the Trump.
The Trump.
Against the president.
It's almost
It's the Donald.
The Donald, right?
the Donald. So the Secret
Because
Service
he
would just kill the VP probably if they just let him, or maybe they'll just let them go at it.
What's that word? Policy wise, I'm gonna say they let the VP go.
And I think it'd be Donald Trump. He always is always getting good PR, good like just like public.
He's getting PR.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's good.
Hey,
I mean, well,
there's
it's
no
that question.
thing-
There's no such thing as bad publicity. He's getting attention. It's with Mike Pence. Like I think really nobody's really for him. There are people who are for him, but honestly, I think the news networks will want to have Donald still alive just to kind of keep people watching and see what he'll do next.
That's fair. It's almost as what it is now. It's just like seeing what he'll do next.
Yeah, because
Where are we like
having like a
3,
field day with this.
4 weeks in? I want to think. We're like about a month
about
in
a
the
month.
presidency.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, he's done a lot. He's done a lot. A lot of them has been reverted, but that's another hit.
It's the 12th.
12, yeah.
So and he started on the 20th. So
Man.
it's almost a month.
But yeah, sorry, Mike Pence. It looks like you're gonna die.
Looks like the Secret Service is going to allow that to happen.
Don't know why you asked that question, Mike Pence. But
It's happening right now. He's
Yeah.
emailing it in right now. It's like,
oh
they're about to
damn.
Hypothetically, if this were to happen,
if I'm about to die right now,
Oh,
who's going to
shit.
save me? Sorry, Mike
I got
Pence.
one giant magic 8-ball.
Jesus. Yeah. I mean, we can do. I don't know if we have time for one more question. But right now, I
you,
guess let's talk about your podcast. You guys have the Geekkast the Podcast.
Correct.
That
What is it?
correct.
What is it? Just tell me what it is.
Okay. Well, do you want me to tell you how it started?
Yeah, tell me how it started. Tell me, give me
lesson.
the
some
whole
knowledge.
thing.
I'm gonna
Give me
take a
your
nap.
pitch.
I'm taking a nap.
Oh,
Okay.
Greg's asleep.
So
Greg's pulled
basically,
his sweatpants up higher.
That's how it started.
this is how it started.
Those are my thighs.
In the spring semester of 2015, we were starting to realize that, especially Greg and I, because we've been roommates since our sophomore year, we started to realize that we talk a lot about this kind of stuff.
About movies.
Movies, televisions, the CW shows. Like I kind of introduced him to the Arrow a
He
little
did.
bit.
He did. I'll give you credit for that.
Yay, finally.
But
After all these years.
Nothing else. Yeah, there's a lot. I can get into a lot of stuff that I've kind of wooed him into,
Please
but
don't.
I won't. So we were also doing a radio station at the time, right? The two of us. And we were realizing, like, hey, there are mics in front of us, and we should try to talk and like superheroes. And then it kind of went away for a while. And then over the summer, I think we started noticing podcasts, or like I kind of started noticing them. And I said, we both like talking about this stuff. Would you want to start recording it and just messing around and see?
Yeah.
So he came to visit over the summer just to hang out a bit and stuff. I think we went. Was it the first trip that we went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash? Maybe the
No,
second one.
wasn't the first trip the Blues Fest?
That might be right. Okay, so he came up at one point for a concert. Yeah, it was a concert. Yep. And then we went down in my basement. We were sitting at this table.
No, it was the Gotham casting call.
Was it?
It was
over
the Gotham
summer?
casting call. That's
Gotham,
what it was.
we were trying to be in Gotham. Us two and my dad. We
Didn't
went to
make
New
it.
York.
Didn't make it.
Didn't make the cut.
Nope.
Greg had to show him his Batman tattoo.
Shut the fuck up. Dan's like, took out my Batman tattoo.
I was really.
I thought that would help.
And the casting director's like, oh, cool. Next.
Yeah, pictures. Yeah, I had to get my picture taken. So he came down, and we were at this, like, in my basement, which the room was probably about this size, little table.
Smaller than this room. It was probably like
No,
where this desk
Was it just as hot?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
No, it wasn't.
It was
hot.
not hot at all, really. It was actually, if anything, it's actually colder, like on the colder side.
bold.
But it was this little tiny table. We were both against the wall, kind of like on our one side, and we both had these little cheesy mics that I had.
His was good. Mine was like a fucking rock band mic.
It was not a rock band mic. It was just not the highest quality. And you can, if you listen to it, I mean, we listened to it the other day, Patrick and I, it wasn't too bad.
No,
it wasn't too bad. It's obviously, this is a bit stronger, a little more production value to it. But yeah, and we just recorded an episode and we talked about Avengers. We were like 4 months behind on that, but we were like, Avengers is a big deal. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then the second episode, we had our friend Jake on because he was there for Foo Fighters concert. And so was Greg. And then the third one, we did a Skype one. And then by the fourth episode, we had mentioned it to Patrick here, who was trying to do his own podcast from talking to us. He was going to do one called The Cinema Frequency. Mm-hmm. He did one episode, which we have in the archives. And then he quit. And he's like, I'll just be on yours. And we were like, Patrick, it was just supposed to be like one time. We were kidding. We brought him on, and he's been here ever since. And we've been going for about 2 years now.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We do it every week when we try to. We used to take summer breaks and like holiday breaks and shit, but we're gonna try to keep just going.
Because it's tough to do a weekly show that's especially like it's got to be on it every single week, especially when we're at school and like for summer and stuff. You're gone.
With this kind of podcast that you're doing, you could kind of stockpile them, which we were talking about.
Yeah.
If you needed to, whereas ours is it's current issues, but news. So if you wait a month to put it up, it's
behind.
Old news.
It's old news.
Know what I mean? So yeah, we really do try to keep up with it. You'll of course be on ours next.
I'll be on yours 3 or 4 days ago. Because when this episode comes out.
Okay.
So go listen to that episode, Geekkast the Podcast on iTunes. It'd be episode 40, I believe.
Correct, 40, yeah.
My elbow popped when I did that.
Gross.
And you'll definitely be filling in for me.
Because Patrick's a busy boy.
But yeah, I think it's good that they're going to break you in.
They're going to break me in. They're going to beat me up. They're going to do a blanket party is when they put a blanket over me and then they beat me up.
I was saying to you, Ryan, before we started that it's very weird for me to sit on this side.
Yeah.
Especially to also share a mic, too. Because I'm usually in the captain's chair where you are.
You want the power. You really have the power back here.
It's a power
move. It's a power position.
I don't know if they've ever experienced it.
So you're a power bottom? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I am.
We're both power bottoms together. It's a really weird dynamic.
You can't see, but we're holding
That can't just that has to be uncomfortable. I feel there's a lot of bending that happens.
There's a lot of bending
backwards.
We flex. Not
see, I brought them back.
We do flexibility maybe like 30 minutes beforehand. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Weird ending. I don't know how we got there. Anyways, thank you guys for coming on. Definitely go listen to Geekkast the Podcast. Subscribe on iTunes. All that fun stuff. Where could people find you guys?
Go ahead, Greg.
We are on Facebook. Geekkast is GeeKKAST. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. Is probably our biggest one. We're also on iTunes and SoundCloud. Geekkast the Podcast. We also have different shorts available on our YouTube page. We have another podcast called Holy Podcast Batman, which talks all about Batman, which Patrick will be
hosting.
Nice.
In coming months. We're also working, hopefully, to have a hip hop podcast coming up soon with our good friends Tariq and Theo, talking about all things hip hop. Also, maybe having some ciphers on there as well. It should be really cool.
Gold thing.
But that's
maybe
where
they can take Musically Inclined.
Possibly, yeah.
Just merge
at least take the name of it.
Where can people find you guys individually if you would want to be found?
You can write me a letter.
Okay. How would I go about
smoke signals? Really?
Ooh, smoke signals, different.
Pigeon carriers. My Instagram handle is Greg the Saint. Check out some cool drone pics.
Nice.
Facebook, don't friend me. Just don't do it. And I don't have a Twitter anymore. So
what happened to your Twitter?
I never was on it, and it was just taking up data, and I was against getting it at first, and I got it just to be a part of it, and I was like, I just couldn't get it. So
that's fair.
Instagram is probably the biggest one you can follow me on.
Fair.
I'm on Instagram, Howard_Patrick, and then Patrick Howard on Facebook, and then same case for Twitter.
Awesome. Dan?
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter anymore either. I don't have Snapchat. So follow me on Instagram. It's Whitehead of State.
Okay.
I thought it was funny when I made it, and then I just don't want to change it now because then I'd have to remember a new name.
Chris Rock thinks it's hilarious.
Chris Rock does?
Yeah, he was in the movie Head of State. Get the fucking joke, Dan.
I only saw parts of that movie. Yeah, and then I'm on Facebook as Danny Whitehead, but like Greg said, don't friend me on Facebook. Just follow me on Instagram. I may follow you back if I know you or you're a cool person.
Ooh, shout out to all those cool people.
No Twitter. I don't have Twitter.
No Twitter. But yes, again, follow all those people. Follow you guys on all those social media platforms. And also look up Geekkast the Podcast for all your movie news, Go listen there. Go subscribe. Go enjoy. Anything else? I think that's it. I'm dying. I'm sweating.
There's this picture of Christy Brinkley in a bikini, and the caption says, 63-year-old Christy Brinkley poses in bikinis, and I just pulled a muscle in my neck because a neat-looking bird flew by, and she looks like that.
It's awesome.
It's just really funny.
Greg.
I kept wanting to say support your local arts and like do our ending that we always do. But it's not my show.
Thank you, Ryan, for having us on here.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming on.
Whenever you want us back, let us know.
Until then, see everyone later. Bye.
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 Round one in pod. Round one in pod.
I would like to again thank Danny Whitehead and Greg St. Clair for coming onto the podcast. They are of the Geekkast the Podcast. You can listen to these two plus a bunch of other people discuss all things movies every Sunday. In fact, you can listen to me on their latest episode right now. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, dude? I mean, you or gal. I mean, you could be a dude or a gal. Anyways, artwork was done by Kayla Red Zuromski, and equipment was provided by Wild Stings Radio Studio at Stevenson University. Thank you, Red. You definitely inspired the artwork for the show. By that, I mean the artwork is red and your name is red. Now, if you have any weird or smartish questions or find any from Reddit or Yahoo, send those in to roundrobinpod@gmail.com. We are getting a bunch more every week, and I'm loving it. I want you to start getting to that point of thinking of, hey, this is a really weird question. Why don't I send that in right now to roundrobinpod@gmail.com? Just go ahead and do it, folks. You can also follow us on Twitter at roundrobinpod. You can also review on iTunes with a 5-star comment, and if you leave that there, I'm going to read on the show. I mean, it's easy to do. Just pull out your laptop, pull out your phone, just ticka, 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 and you got a perfect review comment, and I'm going to read on the show. Why not do it, folks? It's easy. As always, I'm your host, Ryan Neitzey, and thank you so much for listening to Round Robin. Next episode is the 10th episode. The 10th episode, people. I am so excited. It's going to come out. When is it coming out? It is coming out March 2nd. It has already been recorded. I'm really excited for it. It legitimately insanity. So it should be fun. Until then, stay smartish.
Round one in pod.